Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome back to another Cringestock, where we got PvP's choice of the 1964 wonderful, absolutely nothing wrong with it, classic, The Creeping Terror, also known as Aladdin's Drunken Carpet. With me, I got PvP. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Gorilla, not a bad day at all. Can't complain, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
By the way, there's no truth to the rumors that Gene Roddenberry took any ideas from this film.
Okay. Absolutely no. All right. No, but yeah, thanks to Troy Pacelli for making that thumbnail he streams on Friday nights.
I do. Yeah, I love that intro. It's very awesome. I really enjoy it. It's really good.
Yeah. And with us also, we got Germ. How you doing?
Hey, Germ.
Okay, how you guys doing?
Not too bad.
It's been a long day. I went book shopping. I found the 3-in-1 book, the Destiny series there, Star Trek Destiny. And then I found my candy shop, so I'll have some soda shorts coming out. And I found a fudge shop packed away in Shields. So, plus I'm absolutely full from supper.
Sounds like you had a busy day.
Yeah. Hey, LDG, get your ass up here for this one. We got Aladdin's Drunken Carpet tonight.
Here, you would need a link.
Oh, I thought isn't he part of our stringer? Oh,
yeah, Gorilla put a link in the posting group. Germ. That's how I got here anyway. Oh, come on, LDG. This is like a tonic. After that last really boring one, this one might be bad, but at least it's entertaining in its own weird way. So give it a shot if you've never seen this movie. And if you're a sci-fi fan at all, it's like give this one a watch because it's so bad it's entertaining.
All right, LDG, you did it wrong. You're killing me, Smalls. What movie? No, The Sandlot? Nothing?
I don't acknowledge this Sandlot.
No. I might pop up on watching, but all right, let's get this thing started.
Okay. So let me know. Is it time to hit that play button soon?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that's a loud intro.
Yeah, the music's just about as bad as everything else in the movie.
Oh. I don't know who did this kind of music.
It's pretty horrible, isn't it?
Ooh, we got 5 watching.
Awesome.
Oh, I guess we got John Gill there listening. I guess he's an anonymous sheep.
Was this on Mystery Science Theater once?
Yeah.
It probably was. It certainly deserves to be. It'd be perfect for them actually. Well, there's the culprit that wrote the music.
Who? I got the producers here.
Yeah, A.J. Nelson, by the way, the guy that directed this turkey, he was threatened with lawsuits after it completed because apparently he took a lot of the investors' money and instead of putting it into the post-production, like, you know, getting like the soundtrack done properly, which is why so much of this film is basically done by a narrator they hired later. He basically ran off with the money because he was facing lawsuits which I think is hilarious. I think this is him in the car, actually. The guy that actually was the director, but he, had a bit part in the movie.
Okay.
Basically, he was more of a con man.
Yeah. Only been married 2 weeks. You might wake up a bit if you just go a little bit lower, lady. Just go a little bit lower. He might wake up a little bit. It's not a sin no more since you're married.
Yeah, but they've been their honeymoon for 2 weeks, so maybe he's had all of that he needs right now. Maybe that's all he's been getting for the last 2 weeks, like that and other things. Oh God. Incredible cinematography.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, John.
And look at this. How about
It's
stock
narrated like
footage, eh?
You said it's narrated like a PSA about drugs are bad.
Oh, God.
Drugs are bad. Okay. Oh, the good old days back when you could smoke inside.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a while since that was allowed. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go with our fantastically great-looking alien spacecraft.
It looks like a fucking. It looks like a fat nuke. It literally looks like a fat nuke.
Yeah, it's not too impressive, is it? I never found out.
Are you sure they did?
Go ahead, Growler.
Are you sure they just didn't find a piece of trash out in the middle of the woods that made it?
They probably did, actually. There's I can't even see a budget listed for this thing. I'm looking on Wikipedia here, and there's not even a budget listed. So I'm guessing it must have been very tiny.
Hey, Aladdin, come get your carpet. It's drunk again. It's just your carpet's drunk again, Aladdin. Come pick it up.
Oh, this is so good. It's a classic. I keep thinking, Irwin Allen should have bought this because this was 64, a year before Lost in Space, right? He could have bought that probably super cheap and used it like in season 2 or something. It would have just been perfect. Because it actually looks like some of those creatures in season 2. Oh, God.
Hey, Pop.
Hey, Pop.
Hey, Pop, how's it going? Then John says head banging Ewok. Ugh. God, those sirens sound like an air raid siren.
Actually, I think that might be the guy that directed the film they're playing the cop, if I remember reading somewhere once.
Maybe. Oh, how nice of him to go help his cop. Or go him.
Yeah, it's like take the 2 weeks honeymoon couple and put them in danger of the unknown, right? Like, really great.
Well, he just said it's a plane crash. He thinks it's just a plane crash.
So he just thinks there's going to be injured humans, of course, yeah.
Hey, Pops.
Hey, Pop.
Hey, Bob.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally I read they were supposed to actually film this around Lake Tahoe in Nevada, I guess it is, which would have been like a great location, right? But they ended up filming it in some really shitty location in California because they didn't want to spend the money.
There There's the whole problem. It's a fucking California.
It's like
the shitty California.
this is like one of those movies where just every decision they made was bad. You know, it was just like just one bad decision after another.
Is it playing smoothly for you guys?
Not really. Not really.
What do you
Okay,
ask?
I was wondering if it was playing smoothly. It's kind of like,
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's really herky jerky.
It's a little
Okay.
herky jerky. Yeah.
Oh, is it really herky jerky?
Little
That's
bit.
okay.
Yeah,
Let me try something.
you don't really need it to be plain smooth. It's
I think I
yeah,
watched it.
I don't think it
bother.
matters.
I think I watched it on soap the other night, girl. If that helps at all,
How did
I
it play
got it.
there?
because they had a decent, actually,
Well-
an amazingly decent quality, copy on there, which surprised me.
Well, it's playing smooth on my end.
Hello, everyone in the chat. Good to see you all.
Yeah, it's not playing smooth here for me, Gorilla.
Let me see how it looks on the phone. Huh.
You feeling better tonight, Gorilla?
Oh, I had a good day.
Good. And you got a good
I
night's
had-
sleep last night, hopefully?
No.
Aw.
My cat kept insisting that he sleep right on my hip.
That bitch still in heat?
What?
Is your cat still in heat?
No.
Well, that's good.
No, but Jethro here, he kept insisting. He's the big 20-pound cat, and he kept insisting on sleeping right on the hip.
On the hip.
That's a pretty big kitty cat, 20 pounds. Wow, he must be a good size.
Well, that's because I took yeah, he's declawed and he's neutered, so he has nothing else to live for but eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could kind of imagine that probably would be about it. Yeah.
Good thing
Yeah,
he's
John-
neutered, considering the other one's always going in heat, huh?
Yeah. And John says, yeah, there's a bit of a lag. Why did the police dude take that random couple that was crashed to that crash nuke? He's an uncle. That's his nephew, and his girl's there, and he's needed help apparently. Oh hell no! He's violating every but this is also the '60s. Otherwise, he's violating every forensic law there is.
Well, the thing too, it's supposed to be a plane crash. Like, does this look like a plane to anybody? Like,
Well, that saves a lot of money.
Yeah.
oh,
Well,
brother.
it looks like a crash. It looks like a fat nuke.
Yeah, you can tell they don't have any money to show anything, so we just get sound.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when the guy apparently stole it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically ran off with the budget.
Oh, let's
after
take the cop
film was
car.
completed.
Yeah, he's dead.
Well, they came to the scene in the crash car because the
Gotcha.
cop picked him up.
Okay. Car one.
Yeah, when it says here, when director Vic Savage disappeared, the main financier of the film, William Thurlby, who appeared in the film as Dr. Bradford, acquired the remaining film stock and had an edited version created in an attempt to recoup some of his investment. Sound reels for later portion of the film had gone missing, so Thurlby added constant, occasionally intrusive narration.
Hey, wait. Oh, I was gonna
Like all
say,
this is all looped. You can tell that's recorded later in the studio. So, Gorilla, in my poll, you think people are voting more than once?
Oh no, that was just a joke pop.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
technically, I can vote twice.
I just voted once. I always vote once.
I'm hoping people are being honest.
And I did vote.
No,
I did vote once for my favorite film on the poll.
No, that's just a joke. Chicago rule.
What? Let me guess. PvP, was it Westworld?
You got it. Gosh, you're starting to know me well there, Pop.
I know it's
I
a good
love
movie.
Westworld.
I know
Westworld's
it's a
an
good
awesome
movie, and I
movie.
know you like the classics.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's about
So-
100% different than this movie.
Yeah, I say so.
I think this, if I think of this as a comedy, though, it's actually kind of enjoyable, right? Which is kind of the way I look at it when I watch it. I think it's just like
Yeah.
so ridiculous. I actually end up laughing probably about through half of the damn film.
Well, it's good for Cringestock.
Oh, it's definitely Cringestock material for sure. Love the sound effects.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna have to bow out. I'll see you guys later.
See you
Okay.
later.
See you,
I'll
Germ.
see you, Germ.
Yeah.
And John says, "Oh, we didn't notice any of the intrusive narration."
Well, if you didn't notice it yet, it will continue, believe me.
Oh God, they could have gone without the sound.
I actually think there might be a scene later on where the sound might sound like the bridge of the Enterprise, but I can't remember for sure.
What, did it get eaten? Automatic F.
Amazing.
More dubbing.
No, it's narrated.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Probably 80% of this movie is the narrator, because it was either Vic Savage didn't pay money to have the sound processed, or he was so inept he just lost most of it. Right?
Yeah, probably didn't care.
Yeah, well, he's a con man. He basically took all the investors' money and ran away, and he was actually never heard from again. Never did another film, and died of liver failure at the age of 41. So, what a guy, eh?
All that drinking, I guess, got to him. He must have really
Yeah.
been going at it.
Oh, yeah. It's classic.
Yeah. God, it's almost like supposed to be like documentary.
Yeah, it reminds me of those student films they used to show us in school in the old days when they break out the projector.
Some people have compared it to like those 1950 public service announcement
Yeah.
films.
That's why you guys need to check out Mystery Science Theater 3000. They play those and they parody them, and they're hilarious.
I wonder if they ever did this one on 3000, because it would be a prime candidate.
Very
for,
likely.
Yeah.
There's a good chance it was on so long. I think John Gill mentioned it in the chat.
Okay. I wouldn't. I could definitely believe if they actually did this one.
I missed MST3K back in the good old days when they had a good cast.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. Come on, if you're gonna narrate this crap, at least take your top off. Come on.
I really do think Irwin Allen should have bought that critter for season 2 of Lost in Space. It would have been great, actually.
I wonder how many people they needed inside that thing.
Well, I'm guessing you have one guy in the front walking upright, because there are some scenes where you can actually see his shoes at the front of the creature. Is that bad? And then I'm guessing there's probably at least two or three guys in the carpet behind him. So I'm guessing 3 to 4 guys in total.
Yeah. This guy's so horny, he's not even freaking paying attention.
Yeah, just stay there. Just lay on the ground.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
He wants to get his rocks off.
I mean, this creature's going, what, maybe 1 mile an hour? But they never get up and run away in time. They just lie there and get eaten.
No, the other guy walked right away.
Oh, here we go. This is our first scene of somebody getting devoured. This is great.
Well, I'm glad she's petting it. Milk it. Help the creature get inside. There you go. Help it. Make it
come on.
This is great.
Come on. Take the top off. At least take the top off before you eat her. You don't want those nasty clothes. Take them off.
Even the sound effect is horrible.
Oh, it's just horribly bad, yeah. And the music, I mean, that bloody music, it's like, oh man.
Hey, I just saw his shoe.
Oh yeah, there are
Where's the
scenes.
shoes?
There are scenes where you see both of his shoes as he's walking along. It's a classic.
Oh man, they need to take tips from that one guy who does like the spider and the Horda and stuff. Because you never see his shoes on there.
Janos Prohaska isn't that bad.
No, what I'm saying is they need to take tips from him.
Yeah, that would help.
Because yeah.
What year did you say this was, PvP?
It's 1964.
64.
Yeah, he was probably working in Hollywood at the time.
Well, was it do Gilligan's Island and Lost in Space at this time?
65 was Gilligan's Island and Lost in Space.
Yeah.
Old water heaters going crazy.
Yeah, I love this creature too. It's like they just stuck a bunch of vacuum cleaner hoses onto its head or something.
And more stock footage of the sky.
Oh, what? So the other one wasn't giving out, so you had to use the vacuum cleaner.
I guess so.
Yeah. I think it does get loose eventually. Yeah.
So what kind of plane is that supposed to be?
Well, it's an alien spacecraft, actually.
Oh, okay.
The cover story is they called it a plane crash, so they didn't panic the local populace, right?
Gotcha.
Kind of thing.
That hair. Probably got like a half a gallon of Brill cream in his hair.
That's the Brill cream days. Yep. I
My
remember
dad used to wear his hat like that.
My mom used to smother me in bloody Brill cream back when I was a kid. I hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get hot, that stuff would run.
Oh, I
melt
hated
right
it.
into your face and everything.
I never could understand why Brill cream was so popular back in the 60s, but my mother would just
50s and 60s, yeah. They like to sculpt their hair.
Yeah. I got my revenge in the 70s, though, when I turned into a teenager and grew my hair down to my shoulders, and I never used Brill cream again.
Well, it's like, right, it's like everybody in the 70s immediately stopped using it. I mean, it just suddenly ended.
It was like guys stopped wearing hats, right? You know?
Yep. Yeah. That noise, is that supposed to be coming from the spaceship?
Oh god, this might have actually been good if they didn't do the damn narrating.
Yeah, if they didn't lose the soundtrack, it might have been actually well, it wouldn't have been good, but it would have been maybe decent at least, right?
But that noise, is that noise coming from the ship, or is that just part of the soundtrack?
What was that?
I guess it's from the spaceship. I guess that's supposed to be from the spaceship.
So he's just reading the script.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of dialogue they gave to the narrator to do, but
yeah, I think he's just reading this. I think he had the script, and he was just reading what those characters had been saying.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I just hope they paid the narrator a decent amount of money because he probably.
I doubt it.
He's probably one of the best people in the movie.
That was probably the guy that you were talking about that edited it at the last minute. I think he was probably the narrator.
Hmm.
Oh.
Isn't that breaking and entering without permission, without a warrant?
Without a warrant. It's entering without a warrant. But they might know whose place this might, I don't know.
It's not worth it, I know.
The problem is everything's narrated over, so we have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Doesn't give me much idea of what the characters are actually about, does it?
And every house smelled like cigarettes on the inside.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this is his girlfriend. That's why they just walked in. Actually, she's one of the best things in the movie. She's kind of hot, actually.
So was he gonna do her in the kitchen while his partner waits out in the living room?
I wish that would have made the movie a lot better. But no, it's 1964, so he's not going to do her at all. Well, some hot kissing, but that's about it. She is pretty attractive, though. Hey, dialogue!
Yeah.
You look pretty good to me.
They're off duty? Are they off duty?
I hope so.
Oh, look at the fabulous 50s refrigerator with a locking door.
Yeah, it reminds me of my parents' old fridge back then. Wow.
Yeah, they worked great.
Yeah, I think they got it during probably just after the war ended, and it kept running until the mid 70s when they finally replaced it. Like built like a tank, just solid steel.
Yeah, they're designed to run forever.
Fantastic.
They're designed for you to hide it. They're designed for you to hide in them while a nuke's going off.
And stay in there because they'll lock you on the inside. You'll die of suffocation. But they were like, I mean, it's like a solid lead lifting those things. I mean, they were heavy.
Oh yeah, they were heavy. Yeah. Yeah, just for a minute there when we had that narration, that actually made the film kind of more interesting. Too bad they lost most of the damn soundtrack. The thing that's bad about the narration too is the guy is so monotone, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like those boring nature documentaries.
It's like one of those 60s sex films they showed you in sex ed class. You'd think they took an exciting subject and made it as boring as possible with the narrator.
I remember when I was young, when they used to, on Sunday nights, they had the Wonderful World of Disney, they called it. And all they did was show those boring nature documentaries where they talk like this.
Wow.
I hated that crap.
And John Gill says, checked my library, MST3K, Season 6, Episode 6, The Creeping Terror. Okay, cool. And LDG says, I give up. You broke me, gorillas.
A lot of MST3K is on YouTube. They have a Shot Factory channel. And by the way, PvP, they also have 24-hour Carol Burnett if you're into that.
Oh, that's cool. I wouldn't mind watching some of those old Carol Burnett shows.
Yeah, it's some of the 90-minute episodes where they haven't been shown since the original broadcast.
Is it Carol Burnett's channel or something? Or?
Yeah, it's called the Carol Burnett channel. It's on the Shot Factory.
Cool. Right on.
Betty Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a tragic scene coming up here.
Well, do we get it eating it yet, or?
Oh, it's coming up. Just watch.
So it's the housewife who's barefooted in the kitchen routine, right?
She's not pregnant, but she is barefoot.
Well, no, she just had a child, so there you go.
That's why I made the comment.
That's a brand new child there that you're not supposed to lay on the stomach, you dumbass.
And
I suppose back in the 60s, they didn't know that.
Well, another big thing too was not to let cats around them.
I actually knew somebody once that had a kid killed by a cat.
Yeah, I see people post videos and pictures on YouTube and Twitter where the cat's laying all over the kid. I'm like, well, what the hell are these people doing?
I personally wouldn't want any animal near my baby.
No.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have a problem with our cats they didn't like the kid, so they stayed away from him.
That's why the guy I knew, I guess his cat was jealous of the new arrival, and it killed the kid. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ours just didn't like the kid.
Yeah, the point is just keep them away. Don't wait to find out if they like the kid or not.
Yeah, no, that like the cats just didn't like because he liked to chase them though, but also the cats don't like loud noises. So.
Yeah, kids can be pretty loud when they're young like that. Yeah.
Well, obviously.
We actually have my next door neighbors just down the hall have a kid. I've seen them in the stroller a few times. The kid's probably not more than maybe about 3 years old. And I'll tell you, that kid can scream, and he must be, I don't know if he's been teething for the last number of months, but there'll be mornings, like even though they're in their apartment next door, our hallway really carries an echo,
Oh
right?
God.
And I can hear this kid screaming and screaming and crying. And it's like, oh man.
Yeah, I've had neighbors like that.
Yeah. I mean, generally it's not bad. It only happens maybe once or twice a week, but yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Clothesline.
I
Oh,
I
remember
have
those.
one.
That's what my
I
mom used to
actually have
use.
one.
So
Wow.
I've had them too, and it sucks because the sun fades your clothes. It really ruins it. You never know that until you actually do it. But the sun
I
is
never had
very
a problem
harsh
with
on
fading.
laundry.
I never had a problem with fading.
I did. Then I had a teacher tell me, "We'll turn them inside out," and I'm like, "Duh, I should have thought of that."
Actually, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we used to have used to have the clothesline we had in my parents' house when I was a kid must have been like 100 feet long at least. Like it was really long. It was a really good clothesline. And I remember my mom standing out there for like half an hour hanging the clothes on it, right?
Even when they phased them out for many, many years, a lot of backyards still have those poles in the cement with no line on them.
Yeah, I still use mine.
Now, of course, here's another scene. She could run back safely into the house, but does she do that?
Does she even see it? Is she blind?
Well, she's seeing it now.
Oh, finally.
So it's like still 30 feet away. She could
Stand
easily
there.
run back into the house and lock the door, right? But of course, she's just too dumb to actually think about even going and being with her baby.
So she's
Oh, a
just
moment of
gone.
tragedy. Such pathos.
Cigarette smoke.
I actually did feel bad for her, though. That was probably about the only person I felt bad for in this film because most of the other people are just idiots.
You know it's low budget though. I've seen that on a couple episodes of Bewitched too, where you can see cigarette smoke blow through the frame. Lazy.
Well, yeah, this film is pretty lazy, I'd say. Yeah. Which is one reason I recommended to Gorilla some weeks ago for Cringestock, because I kind of figured this would be total Cringestock material.
Yeah, I'd say it falls in that category.
Yeah. But I think it's still entertaining in some bizarre fashion. I still find this film, once I start watching it, well, it's only 76 minutes too, I guess, which helps a lot.
Well, that's a blessing.
Yeah. But I find once I start watching this, which is very rare, actually, I think I've only seen it like 3 times in like 40 years or whatever it's been now. But the few times I have watched it, I do find it strangely entertaining somehow. Well, I guess because it's just so bloody awful. It's like watching Spock's Brain or something, right? It's so bad, you just have to watch it.
Spock's Brain I can watch. The Way to Eden, no, probably. That's going to be a rough one when Jill covers it.
Oh, Way to Eden. That's one of my least favorite. Yeah, that one's really bad.
I dislike that one the most. I think it tops, in my opinion, the list of the absolute worst TOS.
It's up there with The Children Shall Lead for me.
Well, that's where you're doing it wrong. That's what those songs are so fun to put on repeat and make your coworkers suffer listening to them all day.
Yeah, you can do that. You're going to find out they can get mugged in the parking lot after dark. That's something kids would never do now, chase lizards. I remember doing that. Is the kid's name Johnny? You know, the usual. That's not a very big creek to go fishing in.
I've fished creeks like that before.
And you caught something?
But Oh yeah, because it spilled off right off the lake, so
Gotcha.
it had a nice bullhead nest in it.
Oh, you are a knowledgeable man about fishing, I gotta say, Gorilla.
I like fishing. I miss doing it.
I haven't fished since I was a kid. I almost drowned once when I was like 7 years old because my grandma and I went out to fish in some of the local creeks, and we hadn't thought about the spring runoff, which undermines the banks of the creek sometimes, right? So I got too close to the bank and I went right into the creek, like head first. I'll never forget. I opened my eyes and I could see the little fish swimming around me. It was pretty weird. Thank God my
Yeah,
grandma grabbed me by the scruff of the neck and pulled me out, or I wouldn't be here today.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking of going fishing tomorrow. Hit the headwaters of the Des Moines.
Yeah,
Is
let's
it?
be careful. Don't get too close to the banks.
Do you ever do that ice fishing, Gorilla?
Yeah, but the lakes are too thin. They actually issued pull the ice houses off the lakes.
Gotcha.
It's been so warm here this last week. They had to order all the ice houses off the lakes.
Okay.
It has been
Usually notice,
usually warm winter. Yeah.
yeah, except for that cold snap we had like last week and the week before. There, it's been really mild, and usually they don't issue the pull the ice houses off until March 15th.
Yeah, it's usually not until the end of March when it starts to really warm up here too.
Yeah.
Better
So
to
the
be
kid's
safe than sorry.
Bobby.
Hit the trail! Hit the trail!
Now, this is the only guy I know that probably cannot run away fast enough.
Yeah, what's that line in the middle of the screen? What's that? They got some line going right down the middle of this guy. It keeps moving.
Oh, you
The
better
line
watch out.
keeps-
He might fall in the water and drown.
Yeah, are you saying that's line here? That's following this guy right down the middle?
I don't see it. Is it a bird?
I'm not seeing it
There it
here.
is. I knew he was going to come in contact with that way. That's pretty shallow for fishing.
Yeah, that is pretty shallow. That is shallow. Come on, get your fat ass up.
I know it. I'm trying very
No,
hard.
I can't believe the creature could even swallow him because he's so large.
They've got videos on Twitter. People that are like that, they're so heavy, and somebody's beating on them and they can't move. They to defend themselves.
Well, I seen a video there where the lady was so huge they actually had to take one of the walls out,
Oh
lift her up
yeah.
with a crane, and take her to the hospital in the back of a moving truck.
Yep, I remember. Yeah, they've had a lot of those.
If I ever got that fat, I don't think I'd want to be alive. Like, I mean, I'm not skinny. I'm definitely overweight by a good margin, but at least I can still walk and I'm still mobile. But I saw a woman the other day at the supermarket that was so heavy, the way she was waddling, I didn't think her knees would even support her bulk. Like it was actually frightening.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, go ahead, Pop.
I was going to say the lady who defies gravity.
Yeah. No,
she must have been like over 300, maybe 400 pounds. Like it was unreal.
Hey, that's when you pay some high school kid like $5 to follow a person around with a tuba.
There was a video on YouTube just last week where a 400-pound lady skipped out on the bill at Applebee's, and she tried to make a run for it.
I don't think she did not succeed. I'm guessing, Pop.
No, she was disgusting.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I don't have any respect for people that do crap like that. It's like if you're gonna get a service and a product served to you, pay for the damn thing, right?
Well, especially 400 pounds, you probably ate at half the restaurant.
Maybe she was a repeat customer, so they could forgive her.
Yeah, definitely not. She was
That's a
definitely
joke.
trespassed after that.
Yeah, I hope
Well,
they.
that's one.
I hope they caught her.
I only ate at Applebee's twice, and the last time I was at an Applebee's there, I noticed that there's a couple cops there sitting there pulling over every vehicle that was leaving Applebee's on suspected DUI charges. I was like, we almost didn't eat there.
I didn't know that Applebee's was such a popular place for drinking. I guess so, huh?
I guess so too. Unless they've pulled numerous people over from there. We were in the bar section we were in the bar, like there's like 9 or 10 bars within a couple block radius of this, like in a circle.
Okay.
It's the bar.
Yeah, we don't have Applebee's in my part of the world.
Yeah,
I think I may have eaten at one. I think I've been there once. I don't remember. I don't even remember what kind of food they serve. I guess it wasn't very memorable.
Are they like a general restaurant, Gorilla, or?
Yeah. And hey, Scurvy, how's it going?
Hey, Lemon, good to see you.
Oh, Scurvy, that's just mean.
Lemon
that's
pie.
just mean. That's just mean right there. He said Pleasant Valley Plump.
Well, I am overweight. I admit it.
Actually, yes, people drink there a lot at Applebee's.
Really?
Oh yeah, they got a wine section.
Here we go. Here's a classic scene coming up.
Come on, where's John Belushi to smash the damn guitar? Where is John?
Just wait for it, Gorilla. Just wait for it.
No, we need John Belushi to smash the guitar. Oh, they said, fuck this music. We're just going to go off and get laid.
This is their tribute to folk music, I'm guessing. And I guarantee Bob Dylan would never have covered that song in a million years.
Yeah, they're just going off to the woods just to do it because the music sucked.
This is kind of a precursor of those slasher movies decades later, though, where a couple goes off to have sex and they end up dying.
Did somebody just fall on the piano?
Probably.
Oh, the music! Oh God, the music in this thing.
That's it. Let's just sit here.
Is that a synthesizer I'm hearing? Sound like a bit of synthesizer music there too. Oh my God, it's awful.
I swear to God, did the guy who runs the camera have freaking Parkinson's? Oh, okay. So finally, we get a guy, and I'm starting to think that this freaking creature was a misogynist and only ate the women.
Hey, Gorilla, you want to see a guitar getting smashed? Here we go.
Yeah.
Just for you, Gorilla.
What's the monster supposed to be doing to the people? Eating them or what?
Oh, it swallows them whole. Didn't see the first part? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the woman got devoured.
Yeah, sorry. My brain is trying to forget faster than I'm watching the movie.
Yeah. Then like every time that the creature moves, you just see the feet underneath.
Yeah, I love it when you see the guy's shoes. It's just like, oh, this is so perfectly bad.
Oh, geez.
I feel sorry for the 2 or 3 guys that are in the back end under the carpet, though. I hope they had gloves on, because that would have been painful crawling on the ground if you didn't have gloves or something to protect your hands, right?
Oh, so the clouds are supposed to represent passing time?
Oh, Lord. No shit, Sherlock. Can you imagine, like, a dozen people are so dumb they can't get up and run? Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Nuke it. We don't care if you're in California. Just nuke it.
And they've got a kitchen towel hanging in the window.
What? They go for real fucking shades?
Nope.
Yeah, there you can see his feet right there. This is really good. See his shoes?
Yeah. You think
Oh
they
my god!
you think they'd at least put like some kind of like rubber foot cover on to make it look like actual feet?
Yeah, something to match, or even glue some fur onto his shoes or something, right? Like this is one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. I mean, we've had dozens of dumb people getting eaten in the first half or whatever, but this scene of the dance hall when you got like 50 people or whatever.
You always got to have the climax at the go-go.
Oh yeah, and of course, even the go-go music is awful.
Did you know if this movie actually made public release, like drive-ins?
I actually have a Wikipedia. Let me see. I think there's something about that here.
Yeah.
Reception. With Savage having disappeared, main financier William Thurlby acquired the remaining film stock, had it edited to a version to attempt to recoup some of his investment. Let's see here, blah, 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 blah. Because The Creeping Terror would not be suitable for wide release, of course, and would at best have been relegated to drive-in theaters and second-run showings, it was sold in 1976 as part of a syndication package of films for local television stations.
Oh, so late night on TV there eventually.
In 1994, The Creeping Terror was featured in episode 606 of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I'm going to check that out. That would be hilarious. They were very, very funny.
That could be really good, actually.
Yeah. Scurvy said, you said you were way overweight, not me. And it says plump is sought after.
I didn't say I was way overweight, though I probably am.
He said plump is sought after many times in cultures. Okay. No offense, man. You know we're buds PvP.
Oh, of course. Hey, I don't think a person. Hey, I had a best friend for like decades, and he was skinny as a rail, and he always used to make fun of me, like if you've ever seen the Honeymooners and the way Norton would do the fat jokes on Ralph Cramden. That was my friend. He was always telling me fat jokes about my weight, right? Because he was thin and I was always overweight. But the thing is, he passed away 10 years ago from a heart attack, and I'm still here talking to you guys. So it's like, well, just because you're overweight doesn't mean, it's going to be a bad thing. So,
Yeah.
So it's like, well, rest in peace, my friend. But, your fat jokes, I still love them. But, yeah.
Oh, we still have half an hour of this crap.
Oh, my.
So you're really enjoying this Cringestock then, Gerlin?
No, they eat it. He really skipped out on as much money as he could.
Does that sound like the Star Trek bridge there, guys?
A little bit.
Yeah. It's definitely stock sound effects, and it did remind me of Star Trek.
Maybe. Oh, wait. This came out before Star Trek.
Yeah, but Star Trek could have used the same stock sound effects at times, right?
Yeah.
It did sound similar.
It must have been hot in that suit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they probably got paid jack all too, right? Like,
right,
as far as money.
I imagine they were extremely filthy because they're kicking up a lot of dirt and dust underneath.
Oh, it must have been horrible.
Yep. That's so hip. Imagine that's supposed to be teenagers, and it looks like mom and dad.
Well, by 1964, they would have been rocking out to the Beatles or something, right? Not this crap.
Yeah.
This is more sounds like almost like late 50s, early, maybe 61 at the most, right?
Yeah.
What I love about it, it's just like the same repetitive, theme over and over and over and over again, Da 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 da. I mean, it just repeats itself. I think the only thing I like is that chick in the silver pants or whatever it looks like. Got a nice butt.
Those people got to be in their 40s or 50s. That last couple sitting there.
But this is the guy that. Oh man, this guy. I hope he never scored another film score because it's awful.
Finally.
I love this dude at the bar, this drunk dude. This is hilarious. He's got one drink, and he's like, well, fuck, they left. I'll finish off their drink, too. Nice little bit of comedy for once in this damn film.
Hey, why have the drink go to waste?
Yeah, well, why exactly? Oh, God, this band. Oh.
Meanwhile, 3 days later.
It's like, seriously, this thing's traveling like maybe 1 mile an hour at tops, and nobody can escape from it. That's my favorite part of the film is like the humans are so dumb they've forgotten how to run. My only thought is maybe is it like Dracula? It has some kind of trance hypnotic effect on his victims, so they can't move. Like that was my only thought. But then I'm thinking, no, I don't think so, because that would be half-assed intelligent writing, and I can't see that actually happening in this film.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh, man.
And with this music, the dancing does not match the music.
That's probably because they dubbed the music in afterwards because they lost the sound, right, Gorilla?
Yeah, then they got the twerking.
Now we got the vacuum cleaner monster now with the vacuum cleaner hoses on his head too.
That sucks.
We got that sucks. Good one. Oh God. You know, talk about filler, right? I mean, that whole dance hall scene, there's like about 5 minutes is total padding at least. Because nothing is happening really.
Yeah. All you got is repeat footage of that girl shaking her ass.
I like that. That's my favorite part of the film is that girl shaking her ass.
It finally made it inside. Okay.
And how it got through a human-sized door with its bulk beyond me, but and of course, when an alien creature is about to eat you, you start a fist fight.
Right now,
he's trying to rape that girl.
Not one of them can make it through the door.
And what I love is they all back up away from the creature. They all back up into one corner, right? And of course, it would be so easy just to run around to the other side of the room and go right around the creature because you've got like 30 or 40 feet of space there. You could just run around the creature and run out the other end, right, of the building.
Well, there's a door over by the stage on the left.
Yeah, but nobody does that, do they? Because they're all idiots.
They're all right next to an exit. There's an exit right above that door. That
there's usually a door on each side of the stage.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because we saw the guys fighting just a minute ago, and they were probably going out that exit by the
I think his costume was stuck on the furniture.
Yeah, but no, look above the door that they're all going out. It says exit right above it. Yes. That's the worst part.
This is great.
At least give us an upskirt.
I love it when it eats somebody. It's so cool the way it swallows them whole. Hilarious. Jesus, you dumb asshole.
Same door.
Just leave already. Like, and now there's more fist fighting. Like, what the hell?
Oh,
brother.
They couldn't even pay for it chewing. But you ever notice it's mostly women this thing eats?
Well, who's that on the left?
Well, that's the drunk guy at the bar. He's still cleaning up the leftover drinks, which I thought was hilarious because you almost don't notice him, right? Oh, but he's going to now. It's his turn to get eaten.
Well, I suppose he'll get the creature nice and drunk.
These people are walking right into it.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of running away, they try and fight it. It's like, what? Why?
With no furniture or anything. Nobody even threw a chair or anything at all.
Oh, Lord.
That was the same shot from before.
I think they reused it like 2 or 3 times at least, Pop. Yeah. Well, probably because of the budget, right?
Hey, there's the shoes again.
Oh, now he's going to get eaten. Oh, man.
You think that thing would be getting full?
Well, it's an alien being, so maybe it has a real super alien digestive tract and devours, digests, people real quick, and it could be pooping them out. We just don't see it because it's 1964, right?
At least the blob got bigger when there were 8 people.
Actually, I always think of that Steve McQueen blob when I watch this movie, Pop, because it's very similar in its own weird way, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, it's like a cheap ripoff.
Yeah. Well, the blob is a much better film, but this reminds me a lot of the blob. Well, so much for a happy afternoon at the dance hall.
Yeah.
You can tell they filmed this whole movie probably in about 4 or 5 days.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I'm glad they got time for that.
And I love it. Oh, more narration.
God. I'm glad there's such urgency.
So they finally have a command to destroy the monster after it's eaten dozens of people. Wow, how efficient of the police force. And of course, he's, instead of like doing his job, he's making out with his girlfriend in the car. Of course.
It sounds like the creature is calling for help.
If I was anybody in this movie, even the creature, I'd be calling for help.
So, Gorilla, can I suggest a movie for? Oh, never mind. I'll do it for my stream.
All right. No, I thought we were. I was gonna give you your choice after Germs.
Well, I could think of one, but the one I just thought about, what I do want to save for my stream.
Okay.
Really? You've got a movie so cringy it'll be good on Tuesday night?
Giant Spider Invasion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's the one I told you. It's got the skipper and Della Reese from Perry Mason.
Oh, cool. Well,
not Della Reese, but whatever her name was.
Well, if it's got the skipper in it, I guess it kind of makes sense to put it on your channel.
This movie reminds me of it.
I just love this creature. It's so bad. It's just like,
I'm still laughing that they couldn't even cover up the shoes.
I know, it's just fantastic. They were so inept. Basically they got everything wrong with this movie. Basically,
It's a good thing they can't see it sneaking up on them, right?
Well, yeah.
As much noise as it's making, it does it. It does it too.
Yep.
Hop that car, hop that car. Come on, get in the tailpipe, right in the tailpipe.
A good thing they didn't try to drive away.
Yeah, you wouldn't think of putting the ignition on and hitting the gas pedal, would you?
So is the monster the same size at the beginning, or is it getting bigger?
I think
it looks like it's getting bigger.
Yeah, it is bigger. And probably is growing because of all the human protein it's consumed.
Well, yeah, that looks like it's struggling more to get that costume to move. Finally, somebody's got brains. Yeah. Oh.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Just going to take a quick break here.
All right.
Seriously, looks like it's dying.
Well, it probably had the bellyache from the drunkard.
Oh, that's true. Just sit there and watch it.
The coach drove off.
Yep. And then I guess they're not going to be able to outrun it, right? Oh, darn, the car won't start. You figure the cars back then were heavy as hell, and they were solid steel. They could at least try branding that monster a few times.
That's
That's what he gets for not getting out of the car, I guess. Uh,
Oh, he can't get at his meal. No.
Oh.
It's bad now. It's coming after you.
Yeah, coming after you about maybe 1 mile an hour.
what?
Looks like they're both dead already anyway, so.
Yeah. God, this creature's so bad that they gotta make it look like it's humping the damn car in order to eat its victims.
Oh, yeah, I can't think of a worse monster in any movie I've ever seen, actually, Gorilla. I mean, this one is my number one worst monster of all time. It's just really bad. The only thing I like is when it eats ladies, you can see their feet sticking out. That's kind of fun when it swallows them.
Well, they never show the guys getting eaten.
No, that's weird, isn't it? Like it eats the women, but you never see the guys, going in, like getting eaten. Yeah.
Well, wasn't there a guy in this car? Was it only a guy, or was there a woman in it too?
No, there was a guy and
There's
a
a
girl,
woman.
but
okay. Because they're at what I think this is what they call make out point, where everybody goes to parks to make out. No, here comes Barney.
Oh, jeez. Oh, this is a classic. This scene is a classic.
Oh yeah. I suppose they want to drop it on the Rooskies.
I really want to hear Pop's commentary since he was in the military at one point. What do you think of the tactics of this squad of soldiers, Pop, after you see this scene?
Very inefficient, inept, and incapable.
Oh, just wait till you see it. It has to be seen to be believed. And of course, they don't issue them hand grenades or flamethrowers because they don't want to kill the monster. Like, well, if you don't want to kill it, how are you going to actually disable it? Because nobody knows anything about this creature yet, right? Oh, God. You got to have the lives of the viewers that have watched this shit over the decades. Our lives have been endangered by this garbage too. But...
Yeah, Scurvy here says, "Hey, Pop, hope you're doing well today."
I'm feeling better, thank you, Lemon.
Yeah, and Scurvy says, "I have a little extra padding myself. In fact, my clothes make me look thinner, but they didn't fool that flight of stairs that collapsed under my enormous." Oh, that sucks. I never had a flight of stairs collapse. You know, you see the bullets bouncing off of him.
Well, the thing is, I could see if you want to capture it alive to study the creature and find out where it came from or whatever. But seriously, wouldn't you send in a more well-equipped troop of soldiers than this? Like maybe somebody will, even with netting or something, to throw a net over the damn thing to, disable it, right? Like that's like, nope, not in this movie.
Oh.
And they pretty much all get eaten again.
Ugh. Yeah. Oh, now you think of him, huh? Ugh. It has to be getting close to the end here soon. We didn't start that late. He goes, LL Scurvy. Well, it didn't really happen, LOL. So the grenades had to. There's still 15 minutes left and the grenades fail.
So they forgot the sound.
Yeah, they did.
They're just taking a smoke break, I guess.
Probably. Wait, what the hell? What the hell did they find inside there?
My mom used to have a 57 Ford like that one.
So he just left him there. Well, he found something inside the flap there. And then he just took off like, what the hell?
Romeo, what do you want, Coach? You want a cheese puff, baby? Don't tell anybody. Ginger. Ginger.
Ugh. Yeah, he can't drive straight. Oh, there's the cop again.
And more padding to get the film length up a few minutes, right? With endless driving. Nothing actually happening.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Why
do I even find this film watchable?
I guarantee you what, I won't be watching again.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before I watch it again as well, Gorilla. I probably hadn't watched it for 5 or 10 years before this week, so yeah. It's one of those films I might watch, like maybe, well, I'll probably watch it once more in my lifetime, perhaps, but I probably actually won't, because as the years go by, time gets more valuable, and the only reason I'm watching this crap really is to share it with you guys as to how awful it is, which is fun.
Hey, he's doing blackface. We got to cancel his ass.
I mean, seriously, why don't they just kill the damn thing by now?
They're trying. It's impervious to bullets and grenades, apparently.
Flamethrower. I mean, hell, if it got bad enough, just nuke it, right? You know. Warn the population, clear the area. You got 2 days. We're going to drop a nuke on this thing. Actually, I bet if you send a guy in there with a good chainsaw, he could probably take care of it.
Yeah, but the problem is the guy with the chainsaw has to move more than 1 mile an hour.
There's the shoes again. Yes! Oh, Lord.
Did they have shoes? Give it away every time.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, God.
Is he going to get saved in time? Who knows? Oh, finally someone hits it with the car. Finally someone nails it, runs its ass over.
About time.
So it was impervious to hand grenades, but a good car crash would kill it.
Bradford. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
That's probably the only actually good part of the movie is like the last disclaimer there about the mission of the monsters to analyze humanity and find its weaknesses so they could possibly invade and use this as a food source. That's like the only damn good piece of sci-fi in this whole movie, really. Which I thought was actually that little last part was actually kind of good and interesting, but unfortunately we got to sit through all the crap before that. Oh, here we go back to the crap. This is great.
Yeah.
But of course he keeps pounding on it with no effect because he's an idiot.
Well, he has to do something.
We need another minute or two of filler before the end of the end credits, right?
Yeah. Well, about 50 minutes of this film filler.
Oh God.
Oh, let's pull up the slug-like.
Yeah, there's that handy pipe just hanging there for no reason that he can use as a weapon. I don't think that has any effect much either, though, because it's like alien materials that, you know.
It's solid uranium.
I like the way he's hitting the equipment. He's so butch.
That's why I say they just should have nuked this bloody ship. It's like, where's Captain Kirk when you need him to talk a computer to death, right?
I'm waiting for him to start crying.
I imagine plenty of people by the end of this movie were crying, actually, Pop.
Oh. Gotta be all macho instead of just start randomly pressing buttons.
I'm just glad they actually end up selling this turkey eventually to direct to TV because thank God nobody ever had to pay money to see this at a drive-in.
Well, you said they sold it as part of a package, right?
Well,
Yeah, I got sold a package to TV stations. I think it's 70s at some point.
So
Yeah.
by itself, it wasn't worth anything.
Yeah. Well, PvP,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, if they show this in the drive-in there, I'd be getting laid in the back seat because I'd be so bored.
I wonder if the alien factor was part of that package.
Yeah, this actually wouldn't have been bad as a drive-in movie because I've seen drive-in movies that are pretty bad. So
Yeah.
if they put this on as like the last movie of the night, that would probably work.
No, I guarantee you, I'd be getting.
God. So they're saying all the things they couldn't afford to show in the budget.
I love how they got to get that little religious reference in back in 60s movies right at the end, right? It's great.
Is there another one out there?
What's that?
Is there another one on Earth still, or is it only the two?
No, I think there's just the two creatures that got demised.
There's a stupid sky. What happened to the clouds?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Come on. There, finally.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Oh, there's our movie for the night, fellas.
Well, Gorilla, did it live up to your cringe-worthiness standards?
Oh man, Yeah, that qualifies for a lot of crap. Shitty directing, shitty composers, shitty sound guy, shit. The actors weren't compelling at all. I guarantee you I won't be watching this one again.
Yeah, there wasn't much in this movie that wasn't basically shit, right, Gorilla? I mean, that's why I picked it. The only science fiction movie that's considered worse than this one is Plan 9 from Outer Space, and probably most of us are somewhat familiar with that one.
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Well, if you want another cringe, actually, that'd be another good candidate for Cringestock, because it's kind of like this. It's sci-fi, and it's really bad sci-fi.
Which one?
Plan 9 from Outer Space, Pop.
Oh,
yeah.
You've probably seen that one, right?
Oh well, yeah. Many times I've seen that movie.
Yeah. So
I like Ed Wood. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. So Pop, next week it's gonna be it'll be Jerem's pick of Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, so it sounds like 1987. It's from 1987, so
okay.
I wonder if that's gonna be kind of like the movie Lust in Space. Then after that, you want to do like Spider Kingdom, or not Spider Kingdom, the Giant Spider Kingdom.
No, I want to do that one on my channel.
Okay. It's your pick for Cringestock after Germs.
Well, if you can find Alien Factor, that's a good one to pick.
Alien Factor? Okay, you'll have to message that to me so I remember it there.
Okay, because that's right up your alley for Cringestock. Similar like what we just watched just now.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the Alien franchise, I'm guessing, right, Pop?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, Gorilla, I'm going to send it to your Twitter.
Because I could probably find it on that Look movie. I also got a new site for movies too that I got introduced to.
I'm going to give you two titles. If you can't find the first one, go for the second one.
What it's called? Alien Factor?
Alien Factor, and the other one is Squirm. They both been on MST3K, but they're
Squirm
worth watching.
Mm.
Very low budget.
Oh, Squirm like some kind of bug movie or snake movie?
Worms.
Ugh.
Oh, if you're saying that to worms, then you're really gonna hate mine.
Oh God.
And Pop's gonna love mine just for the gore factor.
Oh sure, if it's got gore.
Oh, I was telling PvP the first 5 minutes they got some sorority plunge tied up. They rip her top off, and then they gut her. Then they have the people sit there and just start drinking and smothering themselves in the blood.
Oh, nice.
I was like, oh, I could barely handle that.
And then it goes downhill from there, I'm guessing?
I only watched like 15 minutes of it because I want to be surprised.
Okay, good.
I like watching stuff for the first time and reacting to it for the first time, just so that I can you get my honest first reaction.
Well, not only that though, but like Alien or like the movie we just watched, not only that, but you don't want to have to sit through that twice.
Well, some stuff is fun to watch.
Yes.
No.
So your next stream will be what?
Tomorrow, the Waltons episode, The Graduation.
Is that John Boy graduating high school finally?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I just watched it a few hours ago, actually. It's actually an interesting episode.
After you're done showing the Waltons, are you going to show the reunion movies?
Yeah. But we still got
oh yeah, you've got years left to go.
we got okay, go.
Yeah, Graduation is only like at the end of season 2, Pop, so like we got lots of years left to
Well,
watch.
if I remember right, there's some point where Richard Thomas quits the show, right? And he's just not on there anymore. And they
Yeah,
excuse the way by saying he's in college, right?
well, I know Grandpa Walton, Will
Real
Gear
weird.
died.
Yeah.
So they had an episode where they were at his gravesite, and it was really beautiful. And then I think a few seasons after that, Richard Thomas just got, I guess, bored with playing the character, and he left the show.
Yeah.
But I remember the last few seasons, they actually brought in a different actor to play John Boy towards the end of the series.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, because it was during like the war years then, like into the 40s, or at least the late 30s, like 39 or something. So they brought a different actor in because I guess John Boy was supposedly, back after his college education had completed. And
Well, he joined the war effort as a correspondent for the Freedom Times, I thought.
oh yeah, he was, I think, a writer for a newspaper or something, wasn't he? Yeah.
No,
But
is that when Richard Thomas was still in it, or was that a different actor playing him that joined the war?
I'm not sure.
I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
Like the Waltons were like 11 years, Pop. So I haven't watched the show in so long. It's like when I watched it, like today, I watched the graduation one, and it's like seeing it again for the first time because I haven't seen these shows in like at least 30, maybe 40 years.
Yeah,
right?
same here.
So it's like I'm watching it with new eyes, which is wonderful because it's like I'm rediscovering this great show all over again. So, yeah.
And it's still better than any of the crap they make now.
Oh, Waltons is such a great show. It's definitely up there with one. I mean, I really miss shows about people living real life, real people in real stories with, just having real situations about real life. Because we don't get that now. It's sci-fi or galaxies being exploded or superheroes.
Well, it seems like mostly it's you got smart ass teenage angst where they're ordering their parents around. The parents are stupid. The families are all dysfunctional.
Yeah, it's all just crap now, right? It's like nothing down to earth. Like when I watched The Graduation today, there's a scene where they go into town to get John Boy some clothes for his college clothes, right? And so they take him into Springfield or whatever the main town is. I can't remember the name, probably.
It's either Charlottesville or Rockford.
Charlottesville, probably, yeah. So they take him in to get his duds, his college duds, right? And the vehicles, the vintage like 30s cars, the sets, the buildings, the clothes, everything is so perfectly recreated from that 1930s era. I'm just like in awe that anybody would put that kind of dedication and work and hard work into reproducing the era in history for a TV show. It's like, wow, I miss TV shows this good.
And to show how old we are, what that is that's the 70s reproducing the 30s.
Yeah.
That'd be like watching a show now that's reproducing the 80s. That's how old we are.
Well, I remember, like a decade ago when I used to watch that 70s show, and I actually enjoyed that show a lot because it got so right. The decade of the 70s was when I was a teenager, like the main characters were all teenagers in the show, right? So I could relate to them. And I mean, they got like the wallpaper, the furniture, everything was just right. It just was correct to the time period, right? And I always love those kind of shows.
Cool. Yeah, they actually, I found out from Byrd that they actually made that 80s show.
That
it lasted one season.
That kind of bombed out. Yeah, I hear it wasn't as good.
Yeah, then now they got that 90s show.
I always thought it as a ripoff of days.
Well, I didn't know about that, and I think I'll give that one a pass, actually.
I don't know. Byrd was up in the air on it. You'd have to see his desk Byrd about it.
Is Byrd still covering the new Star Trek? The reviews? He was doing that for a while, or are they just not showing that anymore, or what?
I don't know. He was sick for the longest time there. He's just having. I think he's just gonna stick to his bed lights and unexpected Byrd streams.
Okay.
There, because the editing the episodes together takes a lot of work, and I don't think he not only is he hasn't been feeling well for a couple of months, or he wasn't feeling good for a couple of months. His heart's probably just not in it for Discovery.
I don't blame him for that.
Well, thing is, if somebody wants to do Discovery on their channel, that's power to them. But
And I got a
I'm
phone
not going.
call.
I'm
Right
not
back.
going to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it, but just so I know what people are bitching about, and when I'm bitching, I could actually know what I'm bitching about.
I just got no interest in. I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes of Discovery, and I just thought it was so.
Yeah,
It was well. Let's put it this way: the very first episode, I fell asleep halfway through it. That's how entertaining it was.
yeah. No,
And
but
you know,
oh yeah. Like if I'm gonna be bitching about something, I at least want to see it so I know what I'm bitching about instead of having the third party bitching. If that makes
oh, I
sense.
understand. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Gorilla. It's like that's why I watched the first 5 episodes of season 3 of Picard because there were so many people saying, "Oh, this is really good," and then I watched it and I was like, "This is actually crap." It's nothing like the next generation characters I remember. They
No,
had
no.
changed them so much, right?
Yeah. Well, what I'm talking about is like some people will be like they'll start complaining about something. They're like, well, they explained that. It goes, did you watch it? They explained it. It goes, no. Then why are you complaining about something you didn't watch?
Well, that's the thing. I have no interest in. There's a lot of people that like to watch garbage. I think in my opinion is garbage just so they can like so-called hate watch it, hate watchers. And there's a lot of channels doing hate watching stuff where they go on and on about how shitty something is, and it's like I don't have the time. I mean, if
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to talk about the shows I enjoy. I mean, even the
Well,
film we watched tonight, Creeping Terror, which I think is a piece of garbage, at least it was, entertaining garbage we could get some laughs out of, right? So at least
yeah.
even that is marginally better than watching shows you absolutely detest. I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
waste my time, right?
The only reason I'm watching Discovery is so that I can be part of the conversation. Like when the couple other channels I follow, and I sit there and talk to these people, that I know what they're talking about when they're reviewing it and stuff.
Right. Well,
Because
if you want to spend your time, that's cool. I mean,
yeah.
of course.
Well, actually, what all I'm doing is I'll put it on after third break at work and listen to it while I'm working. So
Oh, that's not bad. Boy, I wish I had a job like that I could actually, listen or watch stuff while I was working. Wow, that'd be great.
yeah.
So
So
you're like what, a supervisor or something? Like nobody's paying attention
well, I
that
get
you're
told
watching.
I'm the lead. Well, we're allowed to have headphones in, and my boss is
Oh,
like, I gotta put some upbeat music on. I was like, I ain't listening to fucking music because I'll end up listening to the same songs over, or I'll get tired of songs. I'll just be constantly changing stuff, or
right.
my ADHD kicks in, and then I like to listen to I told him I listen to podcasts and then the culture war stuff, the news segments, the news of the days from independent. See, because I get my news sources from 5 different people there.
Okay.
So a lot of times, there's sometimes they'll cover the same stuff, but sometimes it's different stuff. Like I like to listen to Glenn Beck, We Are Change, Tim Pool, Liberal Hive Mind, and uh, well, Casey's been covering all that jazz crap. I don't know why. I don't know why people are so obsessed with Jazz Jennings. There and so what was that other one? What was that other one I get my news from? There's another independent I get my news from, but I can't remember who it is.
Okay.
I used to
I
listen
must
to Steven Crowder, but he wrecked his show on YouTube.
mm, I must admit I like 4 or 5 years ago I was a total news junkie. I'd spend like a couple hours every night watching news, right? And I just got so sick of so much of the garbage that the main news channels provided. It was going so woke, and it wasn't about actual facts anymore. It was about opinions, right? Not facts. I mean, opinions and facts are two different things. So I just lost interest, and I just got so sick of politics in general that I just don't. I just can't watch it anymore, which I know is bad because I should be paying attention to what's going on, but I just,
Yeah.
I guess at my age, I just got burned out because I was a political junkie for like 50 years or whatever, right? Since I was a teenager, but I just get a point with, you know what? I've seen this cycle go around, left, right, left, right, left, right, this party, that party, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, they get elected, then they get in power for a number of years and they get arrogant and stupid and they make mistakes. And then people get pissed off. So they vote in the other party and then they do the same thing. And it's like, it's like doing your laundry. It's like rinse, and repeat, right? It's over and over again. So I guess I'm a bit cynical, actually, girl. I hate to sound negative. Like I usually don't
Oh,
try to, but it's like, man, I'm
yeah.
so fed up with it. Because you know what? The truth is, Gorilla, this shit's been going on for thousands of years, right? I mean, you go back to the Roman Empire, you go back to ancient Egypt, whatever. Politics has always had an element of corruption. And I'm sure 100 years after I'm dead, politicians will be still screwing people like they are right now.
Yeah, but
I hate
maybe in
I hate
100
to
years
sound
they'll start
negative.
using. Hey, maybe in 100 years they'll start using lube.
Well, yeah.
All
Now, if
right.
I could just find the right woman, but oh well, I won't go there.
All right. All right. So
Oh
thank you,
God.
Scurvy. Thank you, Scurvy, for coming, also known as Lemon Pie. No, Suzanne didn't show up today. Thank you, LDG hashtag for the net for coming. If you ever need IT help or need a place to hang out, there's always freethenet.org/underground. Always a lot of fun back there. If you ever need, or thank you, John Gill, for coming. He likes to do a lot of talk with Star Trek there on his channel. So make sure to check out John Gill, our resident 1940s German guy. All right. And thank you, Resolute Germ, for being on the panel for a while. Saturday morning cartoons. The poll, he has a poll in his chat or on his community page for our next cartoon there. And on his poll, it is Chicago rules. So make sure to vote early and vote often. So then he has his Andromeda episode 5, season 1, episode 5 on Tuesday. Then next Thursday will be another open panel, and we're gonna hopefully go for another week without a dick. Yeah. So
Oh man.
looks like Pop's still gone. What do you got going on PvP?
Not a hell of a lot actually. I'm still doing a little bit of dabbling on my music channel playlist stuff. I was listening to some bands last night, but I still haven't got that finalized because it's easy to find good bands. The hard part is when you want to put the playlist of the songs in order where they kind of feed into one another and sound really good. Because, if you put the wrong songs together, it really doesn't work sometimes, right? So I guess kind of being like a radio DJ, I try to get songs that'll kind of blend into one another and sound enjoyable. So that's the time consuming part, which I still got a playlist doing that, which I'm working on right now, actually. So maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll make it public sometime this weekend, hopefully. And that's pretty much it, actually.
Okay, and we'll Pop there. He has his rumblings from the lab on Saturday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Then on Monday there is Lost in Space reviews. Tuesday's horror sci-fi there, and there's a poll in his chat right now to vote for him. This is not Chicago rules. This is legit voting. Please on that one. So so go make sure leave your vote in the chat for what we will be covering for horror sci-fi. There's 4 choices there. Then on Wednesday is Gilligan's Island at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. There we're reviewing 2 episodes of season 3 of Gilligan's Island. As for me, tomorrow we are reviewing the Waltons' graduation there. This Saturday we should be reviewing Return to the Lost World. Then Sunday is Mad Max Fury Road. Wednesday is Justified season 5. Hopefully I'll be home in time for that one. I had to miss it. Then next week's Cringestock will be slave girls from beyond infinity. Then, oh yeah, the no reviews on the 10th because I will not be home. So I got a 200-mile drive that day.
Wow, that's a ways.
Yeah, up to the cities.
So you're doing Walton's at the regular time, I'm guessing tomorrow, Gorilla?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, actually, it should be, but I might have to delay it a little bit because I have to go pick up both kids tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. If you can just post it on your your live streams on your channel, that'd be great. Then I would know exactly when to tune in. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I forgot to do that today. Here.
Well, you were on the road, so I realized that you couldn't do the Cringestock thing for a while. So that was cool.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure what time I was gonna be home.
Well, yeah, I wasn't even sure if you were going to do it tonight because I was wondering how long it was going to be to take you to get back and get everything set up. So yeah.
Oh, I just posted. I just did the thing there, but I had some good finds today out in Sioux Falls there. And welcome, Mikey Sioux 4 for coming.
Hey,
yeah, we're just closing it. He says, "Hey, are you here for a few more minutes?"
No, you missed a great crap movie there, Mikey. You really did.
Yeah, I can't even call it craptastic. It was just crap.
But it was for a sci-fi. It's got to be. Well, there's sci-fi films. You put the ones that are classics right at the top of the list, and then there's films like this. You got to put them right at the bottom of the list. But they do have their place in sci-fi history, so
yeah,
it's good to at least watch them once.
yeah. Like for craptastic, there we watched the Toxic Avenger and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Those were craptastic.
Well,
so
I'm always open to more Cringestock, so whatever you want to pick there.
yeah. And Jedi Bill says, "What movie was it? It was the Creeping Terror. You got Aladdin's junky carpet going around eating people, and oh man, you can see the feet on it. You can see it slow. You can just slowly see the people get sucked in. And it's mostly women.
Mostly women, yeah. I guess that was the 64, right? So it's like, yeah, let's feed it to the women to it.
And you got these people that's staring at this thing for like 5 minutes as it slowly crawls up to the people that devour them.
Yeah, seriously, they could have run like 2 miles away from it by the time it eats them, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's a classic though. It's a crap-tastic classic.
Yeah. Yeah. But at least next week we should. Well, actually, I can look up what next week's is because slave girl from beyond infinity. All right, so slave girl from beyond infinity. Let's see. Let's go with parental guide from IMDb. Oh, let's see. All right, we get some bare women's asses in this. Yeah, we get some titties too. So, let's see what else. Oh yeah, this is gonna be. Well, let's see what. Let's see. The 1987 sexploitation film that utilizes the premise of frequently adapted 1924 short story "The Most Dangerous Game" by Richard Carnell, setting it on an alien world and populated with bikini-clad space prison escapees and weird space monsters. Oh God, this sounds like a classic. Oh fuck! Oh man.
It sounds like if Irwin Allen Lost in Space went R-rated or something.
Oh no, we're going TVMA, man.
Oh well. I don't mind seeing a bit of TNA.
This is Skinamax.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
hope he doesn't get your channel in trouble for being too explicit. But
Oh, we got away with this. Let's just talk about this stuff. Like a lot of the comments we've already made on stuff has already passed the YouTube censors. So
that's cool.
so we'll probably be good. The problems when you come into violating the rules is if you start doxing people, you actually start showing the nudity, which we won't be doing. It'll all be on Cosby, and then or say if you start making threats to people, that could get your channel yanked.
Yeah, that wouldn't be cool.
And that so those rules you gotta hee-haw around, but
Yeah.
but just going but just screaming, yeah, titties, they're not gonna care about. And that's why I have my disclaimer.
That's a good disclaimer. That's very good. Reminds me of the ratings they used to show in movie theaters like 40 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
this film is R-rated.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, if anybody cares, a Shout channel, I guess it's Shout Factory, but I think it's Shout something. It's called a different name. But it's basically the Shout channel where they put a lot of shows on DVDs. They release a lot of cool shows. They've actually been doing a Farscape marathon of all the episodes for like 2 or 3 days now. And I was watching some of it earlier today. They were in early season 3 already. And the quality is really good. And it's a great show. If anybody has never seen it, it's a great opportunity to watch the show for free. And I imagine they're probably still running it. They're probably like halfway through season 3 at this point, since I had it on a few hours ago. But yeah, good show. If anybody wants to check it out, if you've never seen it. But yeah, just wanted to mention it.
Yeah. And Mikey says I gotta do sub who's been on now for 18 hours. Oh, so it's pulling a Deej, huh? 18-hour stream. Her name is Tanya Z. And Jedi Bill says, okay, I got it. Mikey says, hey Bill. Hey Mikey Suits 4. And it's exploitation. That's right up Gorilla's alley. LOL. Alright, but I'm heading to bed. I've had a long day, a long drive there. So you guys have a good night and remember to be a gorilla.
Yeah. Good night, guys.